Some school libraries just outside Toronto have half-empty shelves. Thousands of books, their status in limbo. They could be headed to the landfill. It's all part of a weeding out process the Peel District School Board is going through. And Angelina King reports this morning on how the process has led to inconsistency and concern from students and parents.
Harry Potter, The Very Hungry Caterpillar, The Diary of Anne Frank, those are all some of the books we've been told have been removed from some school libraries as part of this weeding process. Of course, all very different books, which speaks to the confusion and inconsistency parents and students are telling us that they're concerned about. So first, I'll give you just a little bit of background on how all of this is supposed to work. Like most libraries in Canada, the school libraries within the Peel District School Board are to weed out books that are damaged, outdated, or irrelevant. But at Peel schools, there's a little bit more to it. Librarians and others have to read the books and ensure that they are inclusive, and also ensure that they don't reinforce racist content or include stereotypes. If they do, they have to go. Now, I spoke with some who are concerned about how all of that is being handled, including some students as well as a group that's against the process.
I'm not comfortable giving anyone the power to be the arbiter on a huge basis of what's right and wrong from a library's perspective about the totality of ideas that are available.
And someone who's of Japanese descent, I think that authors who wrote about Japanese internment camps are going to be erased, and the entire events that went on historically for Japanese Canadians are going to be removed, and to me that worries me a lot.
So staff are supposed to focus on books that were published in 2008 or prior, but that seems to have led to some confusion and half-empty shelves at some schools, like the one you're looking at in Mississauga. Now, we've been told that it appears some schools have simply removed nearly all of the books in the library published in 2008 or prior, which people have a big concern about. There's also seems to be confusion about where these books are supposed to go. Many have actually wound up in the landfill because staff believe that's what they were supposed to do with the books. Now, when we asked the school board about that, it says that staff have been told to follow regional recycling guidelines. I spoke with the school board chair who said he believes this process rolled out incorrectly. He says trustees now have implemented changes to ensure transparency and accountability. So now staff are supposed to track which books are removed and why.
We want to make sure that as we move forward as a board, not only that all students are feeling included, we want to make sure that the books are any materials that are in the school and in our library are relevant to today's teaching.
We asked the board several questions, like how many books are expected to be removed, how many are in landfills, and how much it'll cost to replace them. But the board didn't answer those questions, instead saying it's working to ensure the books are culturally responsive, inclusive, and diverse.